Williamsport, Maryland. It's cold, man. It's 37 degrees. We're down here on the CNO Towpath in Williamsport. Why the CNO Towpath, you might say? Because all we've ever done is make fun of it. Yeah, we want to give it another shot. It's a cold weekend in February, and we're not out in the RV. We got the truck, and we want to go for a ride. So we found a place down here in Williamsport, which is just south of Hagerstown. And I did a little research this morning because our hotel room has Wi-Fi. And usually we're camping and we don't have Wi-Fi. So let's find out what this trail looks like. Let's go for a ride. The headquarters for the CNO Towpath Park is here in Williamsport. That's it right up there. Forgive me if I mispronounce it. This is the Chingo Cheek.
Can we get over this way?
Oh no. We gotta go over there. Alright. Chingo Cheek, Chingo Teak Creek, and the aqueduct. And just noticed that it doesn't cross over. So we gotta find a way over. Unless you want to get wet.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, towpath access. I guess if we read the signs. The lift bridge, I'm guessing. Rail. There's a rail. You want to do the rail or you want to go around?
Well, there's other people parked over there. How do we get over that bridge? Or can we just ride over it?
Go up on the road and ride over if you want.
Let's do that, because I don't relish the idea of going up or down that. Ride them.
Okay, but I'm gonna run up real quick. Or maybe like stroll up kind of slow. I'm guessing. All right, we're going the long way around. I'm trying to figure out how to get over there. Abner Doubleday. This looks to be it.
Yep.
Let's see what it has to say about Abner Doubleday. A captain in the Union Army during the Civil War, he crossed the Potomac at Williamsport. 1861, built a breastwork mounting 3 stage guns on this hill, now known as Doubleday Hill. He is credited with inventing the game of baseball in 1835.
Huh.
There are a couple cannons up there. I'm not going up there. Not today. Interesting bridge. How about to the left? We'll go across the aqueduct. We'll go across the aqueduct, my friend. We'll start away this easy. There's no more sod. The signs are saying that this was a big part of the Civil War. General Lee coming through here a couple times on the way to and from Gettysburg. I'm always intrigued by a river over a river. You see how wide the boats were.
Yeah.
Boy, you needed the backwater there for traffic.
You sure did.
You know, just in case. Oh, look at this. You can stand here and look at the Potomac. But, look at the sandbar. Stuff that I was reading this morning talked about how this was a major thoroughfare for the Indians going from New York to Carolinas, which I didn't know upstate New York Indians vacationed in the Outer Banks, but there you go. From then, settlers coming through here and wagon trains, and even Braddock with his unfortunate expedition to Pittsburgh and Fort Duquesne. This was a depot stop. What I was reading this morning was I think they started building the canal in 1834, and then it was expanded through here to Williamsport in 1835, and stayed in operation till it was finally closed in 1925 from extensive flood damage. From most of the stuff that I've read on canals, I'm sure by 1925 it wasn't getting as much use because of trains.
Right.
That was the way of most of these canals. They took so many years to build, and then they weren't in operation for that very long because someone had to go and invent a freight train.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Good morning. Morning. 37 degrees this morning, so we're taking our time because it's cold. But hey, as far as what mile 100, as far as what we've experienced on the towpath before, this is absolutely luxurious.
Yeah, this is.
You know, we only hit the muddy, ruddy parts.
This really is very nice.
And this is nicely maintained here. Of course, I guess when you're going to be where the headquarters is, you're going to be more likely to
Maintain it a little bit.
have it looking a little nicer.
Yeah.
I know places, I mean, it was right out of Cumberland. There were places that was just ruddy and muddy, and running over the copperhead didn't help. I don't think we'll be encountering any copperheads today.
I did not expect to be able to ride beside you. I expected it to be like a one little track.
Yeah, nicely maintained here. I read that book that said that the CNO was much more scenic than the Gap. And it's pretty down here, but I totally disagree.
We have been incredibly spoiled by the Gap.
This is our first expedition out in 2023. We haven't been riding our bikes because it's been cold. And we've done the local trails, but this is our first traveling to get to a trail. It's been a very calm winter, so we've been able to hit the trails.
We're just going to pass you on your right. What?
Have we gone to England? Because everybody wants to be on the wrong side of the path.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're not big automobiles traveling at 70 miles an hour.
Oh, look at that tree with the hole. That looks so cool. This looks like it ought to have an owl.
Yeah, there should be an owl in there.
Or a couple coons.
You know, we tried to exercise and stay in shade before Thanksgiving. Since Thanksgiving, I've been exercising daily. A lot of different exercises, working out, using weights, because the day after Thanksgiving, I had a stroke, ischemic stroke of the frontal lobe. No deficits from it, no behavioral or balance or speech deficits from it. Definitely damage to my brain, as said the MRI. So now we have doubled down. We are exercising more, doubled down on the diet. We have taken on a Mediterranean style diet, and since Thanksgiving I have lost 25 pounds. Yeah, through the holiday season with all the cakes and goodies and all that stuff, I didn't eat any of it. Doggone it. Cakes and goodies don't taste as good as not being paralyzed. So this is the first part of the CNO that we've been on that I've liked. I don't even see a road to get there.
There's no lock or anything.
You'd think it'd be a lock house, sure. But I don't even, because I don't see a road to get there.
I don't either.
But I don't see any remnants of a lock. The only lock that I heard of, that I read of, was lock 44. And there's a lock house at lock 44. It's also flat down here. They don't have as many locks. Like going up the hill to Akron. Holy smokes, there's a lock every 3 feet. And I wonder how it worked. Did they have to pay a toll at every lock? You know, it wasn't free to use the canal.
Right, and you gotta wonder how long did it take to do all that.
I read this morning that if you go to the visitor center, you can borrow a bicycle for free
Oh, that's nice.
to ride on the trail. Just think, you can take this all the way back to Pittsburgh. Let's say we just leave the truck here and go to Pittsburgh.
No.
We just passed mile marker 104. And I just wanted to go to the bend to see what was around it, and of course, what's around the bend is another bend. All right.
Okay.
This is it. This is the turnaround.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, boy, I hope that comes out. All I can see are the tails.
Yeah, my glasses keep fogging up.
Yeah, gotta keep moving.
Yeah. It's a good day.
You are kind of blurry in my new mirror. I don't think it's the fault of the mirror.
No?
I think it's the fault of my eyes. Maybe we can get a prescription mirror. Just north of Williamsport, Jordan Junction hiker biker campsite. They have a water pump, they have a fireplace, a nice flat area, and a porta potty. Oh, what, maybe 2 miles north of Williamsport at this point? Back here. Jingle Creek, Jingle Creek, Jingle Creek, Chinoco, God, no. This is the Abner Doubleday breastworks, put up here about the Battle of Antietam. Set this up to protect the hillside. And depending on who you read, Abner Doubleday did not invent baseball. This is day 2 of our journey. Yesterday the batteries in the GoPro gave out. I'll come down here and saddle up. This is a Bullman Bridge. And sharp-eyed viewers should realize there's another Bullman Bridge on the trail. Somewhere in the vicinity of Myersdale, Rockwood, something like that. That's the lift bridge. We were on it yesterday. It's kind of cool that we can drive over this Bullman Bridge. They're old ironworks bridges.
That one's from 1879.
1879. That's Highway 11 coming down through Williamsport. There's Cushwa's over there and the Chinakakeeg. I don't know why I can't ever remember what that is. Conococheague. Conococheague. Viaduct over there, and the Potomac over there. And we came across that Bullman Bridge, and here we are ready for day 2 of this ride. We're gonna go the other way. Let's go for a ride. Big factory over there. Bullman Bridge is up here, and they left the train tracks here coming straight to the lift bridge. Pick that thing up so barges could get underneath. And you can see train tracks on the other side. I doubt they did a sharp right. And we'll go underneath the Bullman Bridge here. Yesterday, just as we were crossing back over the viaduct, my second battery gave out. I guess my brain was too addled by the cold to realize these batteries really don't like the cold. I had forgotten about that. Lithium batteries, even on the bikes here, when we were done, we dropped down a bar. And now that it's a little bit warmer, no, maybe 10 degrees warmer, the bikes have come up a bar. I didn't charge them last night. Figured we wouldn't be going that far. I did charge the camera batteries. They were at 50 and 60%. The second battery only worked as long as it did because I had it inside my jacket where it was nice and toasty warm. Well, that's a great ugly thing, isn't it?
Sure is.
Wonder what it did.
The lock house still stands.
Yeah, this is lock 44. I read. Lucas, the man from scene 24. Oh wow, this is the first I'm not going to say functional, but first accurate gate I've seen. They just have markers saying where those things are.
Wow.
Oh, surely it was not just, you know, a man pushing. Surely they attached a mule or something to... That's a lot of water pressure to open against.
I would think so. But that's not another lock, but that's...
No, probably water control, though.
Oh, to fill that up. No.
No, it has a gate on it. Well, let's go look. Most of them don't have that second channel like that at all hours. They had to be light enough for allow one man to move them.
Wow.
It's strong enough to hold back 140,000 gallons of water. In exchange for a small monthly salary, an acre of land, and a house, lock tenders heated the horn-blasted boatmen, even at 2 a.m. or on a Sunday. After all, time was money. See, this was just a water control gate.
Oh, okay.
They could... Neat little waterfall there. They could control the flow of water through here to help control the gate.
That's so cool.
With the ones we're used to, the ones we've seen are in much hillier country, so the water just kind of flows on its own. Being so flat here, and the only one we've seen, well, we went
5 miles.
5 miles that way, and we've been places where in 5 miles they might have 10 gates.
Yeah.
You know, especially around Akron.
Oh gosh, yes.
So they had a small salary, and they had to supplement the salary with the garden, and by bartering with the canal boats, even baking goods, and so they were essentially a trading post as well.
Yeah.
But it still didn't say anything on if they collect money. You know, how did the canal work as far as gathering money? Come up on your left, kiddo. You're okay. Coming up on your left. You're okay. On your left. I absolutely made a kid crash into a tree one time. I came up behind him, and I rang my bell and calmly said, "On your left," and he spazzed. Went right into a tree. Yeah, it's so wide and nice here. Definitely not the experience we had closer to Cumberland. And even in Hancock, we were on the Western Maryland Rail Trail, and we looked over at the C&O from there, and even had to ride on it for a short period of time.
Other places, it's just a tire track, you know?
Yeah, but here, it's a beautiful track.
And Potomac is beautiful today.
I think it's funny that the Potomac is a long, flat river, yet in our neck of the woods, Potomac Street is a cliff.
Yep. Like falling off the edge of the world.
Look how they did the edges with tile.
You see that?
They didn't need to do that. That's
They did.
cool.
That looks nice.
It really does look nice.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's not a rock, sweetie.
Oh, that's from...
That's a foundation.
yeah, that's from another railroad bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Here are more.
Yeah.
You want to buy one? I understand they go for like $300,000.
I think the only reason it goes for $300,000 in Pittsburgh is because it's in Pittsburgh. Can't imagine anybody wanting to spend that out here.
Yeah, but look at the tree on top. You could decorate that at Christmas.
That's pretty cool.
Need a pretty
that
long
one's all
extension
torn
cord.
down in the middle. There's 3 that are all torn.
Yeah, I wonder if they're torn down or fell down.
I don't know.
Like another campground. Got a water pump. Nice flat area. Things to pick up after your pooch. I'm guessing for your trash. Cumberland Valley hiker-biker campsite. Opequon Junction, Jordan Junction. Big homes across the way on the West Virginia side where the taxes are cheaper.
And I wonder if they're still in the river. There'd have to be.
I can't imagine it was railroad.
No?
No, because it looks like too much of a hill on the other side. Oh,
Falling water.
Falling waters. Retreating after Gettysburg, the Confederate Army was trapped for 7 days by the swollen Potomac River, July 13th and 14th. General Lee, with Longstreet's and Hill's Corps, crossed here on a pontoon bridge. Ewell's Corps forded the Potomac above Williamsport. The Potomac trapped Lee during his retreat from Gettysburg. Flooded by torrential rains, the Potomac raged for more than a week, preventing Lee from crossing into present-day West Virginia. Complicating matters, on July 3rd, Union cavalry operating behind Lee's army had destroyed the pontoon bridge located here, severing his umbilical cord to the Confederacy. Finally, on July 10th, the Confederates completed a pontoon bridge, but it took 2 days for the ambulances and hundreds of ordnance and artillery wagons to cross. By the early evening of July 13th, during another downpour, General James Longstreet's infantry corps began tramping across, guided by bonfires on both shores and signal torches on the bridge. General A.P. Hill's corps followed, and by mid-morning the next day, 30,000 Confederates were across. Lee's army had escaped.
Wow.
So they dismantled sheds and warehouses, and they stole things. When the lumberyard manager complained, the Confederates retorted, "Just charge it to Jeff Davis. Our army is worth more than all your lumber and gold."
While at every step we went nearly up to our knees in slush and mud. Men would stand and sleep.
They wouldn't fall out of ranks for fear of being hopelessly lost.
Wow.
And just remember, as I tell my patients, however far we go, that's how far we got to get back. Okay.
I feel great. How do you feel?
I feel just peachy.
The Potomac Fish and Game Club. Wow, that looks healthy. The water's healthy.
I don't know why.
There has to be food flowing into this somewhere.
Yep.
Cool. Yes, this is a healthy waterway. What's that?
We want, what, 5 miles to get to another lock?
Yeah. Okay. I am so glad that we came, because now I can quit bitching about the C&O. And honestly, it is pretty. You know, you're right next to the Potomac for all this.
I still take exception to the book that I read that said it was more scenic through here. I mean, yeah, you got the Potomac here, but you got the Monongahela, you got the Youghiogheny and the Castleman.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Then you can start climbing up over the hill, and you got the Salisbury Viaduct and the Big Savage Tunnel and
Yep.
the Pinkerton Tunnel.
Yep.
Towpath closed 500 feet ahead. Use the detour. I think that will be our turnaround point, sweetheart.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wow.
I do believe this is our turnaround.
Yeah.
Big barn up there.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got to come this far. Wonder what they're doing.
Fixing it. Okay, that's the trail. We're just gonna go through the little community. Now that it's empty.
And it's going nowhere.
The expedition goes nowhere. All right, summarize the ride for us, sweetheart.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful ride. I take back everything I said about the C&O Canal. Admittedly, I don't like it out of Cumberland at all because, well, it's not very good. But out of Williamsport, both directions, it's fabulous. I loved it.
Angela.
I think the facilities that they have for through bikers and hikers, really nice. They've got water and a porta potty and a picnic table and a fire ring and a flat place to put your tent.
I think with the wind, it's not going to hear you at all.
I think you're right.
turtle out there.
Oh, cool. Confused by the whole process.
There's the Pullman Bridge. We will be driving back over the Pullman Bridge again. And the lift bridge. On your left. And Bourgeois. That place was in business until the 1970s. And Aqueduct. What an enjoyable ride. Almost 22 miles today, 10 miles yesterday. A lot warmer today. Wow.
43.96.
Finally got her in a helmet.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Augie.
Great ride, great day, great company. Gotta go, got many hours to go until we're home.
You have a sail.
Yeah, parasailing. Doubleday.